Oh,
Who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. So we opened up last session with in the aftermath of us getting absolutely fucked on by Mark. We found Desiree. We informed her, "Hey, listen, that was Mark, and it's kind of all your fault." We unironically. So then we went and we found him again, and he was talking to someone who was giving him information. And Desiree apologized. She felt bad about it. Ultimately, Mark decided not to kill her, but did say to Astra, who did connect with him mentally, basically, if Desiree does the crime shit again, I'm just gonna kill her. After that, we went back up. Astra told her sister literally everything. Samantha was actually genuinely connected with her sisters for the first time. I don't know what Desiree did. To be honest,
I also don't know what Desiree did.
I forgot. From the sounds of it, he just fucking A-post, saved disk space. And then we all went to university, where the other two had a fine day. Samantha got talked with Arthur again, and they talked about a bit about what happened in the Undercity, a bit about what he's looking into, some stuff about the Sentinel project, the new Sentinel project. Ultimately, some useful information was gained, and Arthur did say that he'll he owes her a coffee after all this. After that, the group got back together and decided, listen, let's go talk to Logan. Let's go talk to. Well, we don't know. We don't know he's Logan yet, but yeah, he's Logan. And as we were going, we got literally held hostage by a big scary woman. Luckily, after a tense talk, Samantha just agreed to do it, and then got Ash to communicate with her telepathically and told Ash to just tell Logan we're in trouble. And then Logan saved us. After very kind of back and forth, including the conversation got a little tense between Samantha and then the others. Logan pretty much just pointed us in the direction of a man named Peter Parker. If we actually want to do this, he's the guy to talk to. Say that Logan sent you. We're only supposed to bring up the fact that Logan to him. Not supposed to mention the name Logan to anyone else. And I think that's where we left off.
Yeah, I think you were heading over to this place.
Yes.
Yeah. You're making your way through the slums of the down below. Not sure if there's any conversations you want to have before you get there.
I'll wait until Flavia's properly connected to yell at her. Don't worry. I won't do it yet.
You can yell at me.
No, I'll wait.
Waits until next week to have better internet.
Yes.
I'll do it for this Saturday. I just didn't have time.
Yeah. Not sure if Desiree has anything to say.
No. Not really.
Well, as you eventually reach this small rundown shop, it says mechanical and cybernetics repair on it. One of you can walk up to the door and as you knock, there's like the sort of front camera. You hear like an old voice. Yeah, who's there and what you want?
Hey, Logan told us to stop by.
The fuck do you know him?
To cut a short story shorter, we're recently individuals who gain superpowers and we want to fight crime, and he told us to come to you to talk about it.
God. Fine. You hear like several bolts unlatching as the door like slowly slides open. As you walk inside and it will close behind you as you will see like an old man like smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, Samantha will just introduce herself. Samantha, by the way.
Oh, Desiree.
I'm Master?
It like sort of takes a
I've
long
seen this.
as he takes a long puff of the cigarette. But with superpowers and you want to what exactly again?
Help people, hopefully.
Okay. Well, go to school, study, be a doctor or something, and like, I don't fucking know. He's gonna like reach. You see, like on his desk, there's also like a bottle of hard liquor.
Well, hold on. Logan said that you knew how to do this right.
I think the old man played a joke on you. Do I look like some sort of Oh, we're gonna say something, Flavia?
Wonderful input, Flavia.
Listen, maybe typing is better.
Flavia, please engage in text roleplay.
Yeah, as I'll say, do I look like some sort of vigilante?
I don't know about that, but Logan made it sound like you were one of the few people who didn't give up yet.
Wrong. Now, if you have no actual like gizmos you want me to fix, then feel free to get the fuck out. You know, like finish the bottle, sort of starts looking underneath his desk for another one, presumably.
Yeah, Samantha will just shrug. Yeah, she'll leave.
Listen. As you shrug, you hear Mirage. Now, come on. Give up so easily on this guy?
Samantha will say, "This is. I'm gonna be honest. This seems like less. This seems like less to work with than even Logan."
You know, if he's old, was active back then, what's also old and was most likely active back then? Desiree's little friend.
You know what? I like that. I like that idea. as she'll actually turn around. Just, could you answer one question?
Hmm.
You look sufficiently old, and recently, friend Desiree here got a, let's call it a unique little parasitic friend, which is also pretty fucking old. At least we think it is. Could you answer a few questions about it at least? So we know what we're dealing with?
And give me an ego roll.
I will. 12. I don't know if presence applies here.
No, but yeah, he'll nod and kind of pulls out like a second like half empty bottle. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Nothing else in the day to do.
So, Desiree, you want to tell him about Carnage?
Oh, do you? I mean, you actually know about the? I don't know what to call it, honestly.
I think your
Well,
friend
it's the
calls
name
it
seems to like.
carnage. Very
Well,
Yeah,
specific.
it seems to like.
But in terms of what Carnage is, I'm lost. Other than angry.
How the fuck did you manage to stumble onto that maniac?
I got stabbed by a creepy lady. She called it, what was it? Was it insurance? No, it was
No, I think she did just call it insurance.
insurance, something like that.
Okay, well, carnage. What we used to call back in the day a symbiote. Latch onto a host and, well, amplify a lot of its powers. Greater strength, speed, regeneration. Other thing is Carnage was always kind of a psychopath. Latched onto really fucked up people.
Oh, great.
Thing about symbiotes is that whenever they latch onto someone, they take certain aspects of their host and carry it further. Any
So,
murderous thoughts recently?
um, maybe more than thoughts. I can't exactly control it very well.
I heard they killed it. Apparently, rumors were wrong. And again, after the war, I don't even know who survived and who kind of managed to hide out quite well.
Is that the memory I saw then? It's just,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was involved in the war.
yikes.
It was a fucked up time. Most people remember it. Either keep their mouth shut or work for the people in charge now. Or are dead.
Yeah. And you're not dead, so which of the other two do you fit into?
Listen, I'm obviously down here. Nobody is in the down below. If they have somewhere else they could be.
Look, I got stabbed and infected with a bioweapon, so nothing's beyond the realm of possibilities anymore.
Yeah, I get you. Something similar happened to me when I was young, but so long now.
Wait, what happened to you then?
Well, it's just mental. I was when I was a kid. I was taking a. I was ended up in one of the Oscorp labs back in the day, and well, Oscorp was doing shitty shit even back, shady shit even back then, and let's just say I got bit by one of their science experiments. Turned my life around. Well, for a bit. I still ended up here, so.
And so, what after that? You said it turned your life around. What did you do?
Well, Logan was right. I used to be active vigilante in the New York area. All throughout the 90s, early 2000s, the war. As I'll say this, like if what it says it's true, that was a long time ago. So this man's
Yeah.
like at the very least in his 90s. Doesn't look that old. Like, he looks old, but not like 90-year-old.
Before the war?
Yeah. Grew up the 80s. Much simpler time back then. The worst thing I had to worry about were a bunch of criminal gangs and a bit of some media hit pieces. The war though, that was
But if it was before the war, then I don't know how much transferable experience there is to what's going on now.
oh,
Well, depends. When did you stop? During the war or after it?
I stopped after. I'll be honest, kid. Once the Omega mutants started going at one another, once countries started using weapons of mass destruction, seems like it's underselling them. Once they started to gun down people, once you would have literal gods descending upon Earth, fight it out. Ugh.
How many of those gods are still around?
I don't know. Hopefully not a lot. Most of them are jackasses. Even like the nice ones were kind of pompous and stupid.
I'm surprised they didn't stick around then. They fit right in nowadays.
Well, Shield made sure that they would either die or they would have to hide out in their dimensions. Seemingly back then, Shield had an answer for everything. Well, the answer was always killing them, but I guess the methods got creative.
Yeah, Samantha's just going to say. So it was. So it was after the war when you stopped. Sounds like Logan's any indication. That sounds like it's been a lot of stopped.
Well, unlike Logan, I didn't actually fight in the war. I merely tried to keep as many people alive on the side. But things I've seen. Yeah. And of course, they came after me eventually. Can't have masked heroes. No, they called it checks and balances. Well, my best friends, I thought people that were my best friends, turned out to be just callous psychopaths. And these guys, I grew up with an idea of who's good, who's evil. But eventually, as you grow up, you realize everyone's kind of fucked. And sometimes the people who are labeled as evil, well, they're just the ones that are more honest about it.
So your friends sold you out?
Those that didn't die get chased or I don't even know what happened to them.
People you protected. Yeah, how many of them made that at the end of the day?
Just kind of shakes his head, says, I don't know. I don't keep count of things. Once the mega cities started to be built, I I knew Tony Stark.
Like,
Was he just as much an asshole as the stories make him out to be?
Well, I was young back then. I didn't realize that. No, he. That's the worst. That's the worst part. I mean, yeah, he was pretty much a jackass, but it all starts with good intentions, Sentinels, the defense programs, the weapons. Everything starts out as people are either scared or want to keep others safe. I think if you would see what has come of his legacy, I think he would kill himself.
Oops. Samantha's just gonna breathe in and she'll say, so your suggestions, we just find our own hole to live in?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Vigilante life gonna take literally everything from you. Gonna endanger
Yeah,
your loved ones,
unfortunately,
your friends. You will not be able to have a personal life. You'll not be able to have romantic life. Everything you care will eventually be dust.
normally that concern me, but I'm going to university to be a journalist, which means if I actually do my fucking job, that's going to be the same regardless.
You can always sign up with one of the companies and then only send
Yeah,
you.
fuck that.
And what if we don't have a choice about doing these things?
I can get rid of the symbiote for you if you want.
What?
Yeah. I had one once and it was weirdly obsessive, but there is a way you can get rid of it. That's what you want.
What happens to him after that?
Put him in a jar and stash him for better days. I don't know how to actually kill one of these permanently.
Does he actually deserve that?
Considering how many people he's killed, I think my sympathy is quite low for him.
You said it yourself, he was a weapon and carry traits of the people before them. And the way you talk, it sounds like got bonded with some of the worst.
Yeah. Even the ones that got bonded to good people still brought out the worst in them. They will take your worst qualities and push them to the forefront. Having a symbiote bonded to you, it's not an upgrade. It's a burden. One that can endanger everyone around you. Carnage? Carnage is, in fact, the most aggressive, most violent symbiote that ever existed.
And they'll just look at Desiree and she'll say, to be honest, it's your choice. I don't have the same experience with him as he does. When I talk to him, he seems more lost than anything.
I felt Carnage like, I don't know, trying to figure me out when I was upset that he'd killed people. Like he was trying to learn how to do better, or what I wanted. I don't.
He just kind of shrugs and leans back in the chair. It's up to you. Just told you there is an alternative.
I'm going to be honest, it does feel like a burden, especially since he's hungry all the time and I need to figure out what to do about that. But with all of the shit that we've seen in just a couple of days since this has happened, I don't just want to go back to ignoring it or not being able to do anything. But if it becomes something that I can't control, can I take you up on that later?
Like nods. Be careful of certain noises at certain frequencies. That's gonna be its weakness.
Noises? Okay.
I think some of them have varying degrees, but varying degrees of the same weakness or other things. But I know for a fact Carnage is, well, people fighting you. If shield, God forbids, realize that you have it, they'll hunt you down. Right now, what you've dealt with. Tell me, who have you dealt with up until now? I guess if you're with Logan, did you meet the entire family, or is it just him?
Sabretooth, yeah, but so far the only guy we've really encountered as a group. Well, he's not too unlike what I got, though he's got it a lot worse than I do. Spirit of, called a spirit of vengeance, I guess. Spirit of anger. Not really sure.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I know quite little about people like you and what that even means. I was never much into the magic mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know
It's too weird.
dealt with anything.
Sorry, what did you say, Zaz?
We've not really dealt with anything yet. This all happened quite recently.
What about you? He dramatically looks toward you, Astra, unfortunately.
Because Astra starts typing.
No, 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 I can try. I think you can hear me good enough.
Yes.
Yes, hurry.
As long as it works. Well, I have recently started to be able to read minds. Smiles painfully.
Just all of a sudden?
Yep,
That's some shit luck.
started very weirdly. I was just in my classroom and started hearing people around me. And that's how it went.
Well, yeah, no, sounds like a lot of fucking bad luck.
Yeah, you're an old timer. Maybe you know, because a lot of people seem to know, except for Astra here. Does the name Summers mean anything to you?
He like chuckles a bit, like not chuckle, like chokes a bit.
Jokes.
Yes. No.
E-
No.
Yeah, well, my grandfather was in the war apparently.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah,
Well, at the very least, I know your bad luck is genetical.
Damn, that bad.
Astra kind of sigh.
They share the inability to read a room and the inability to handle women.
Oh no, he handled women all right. Poor you.
And that's just a you thing then.
Wow, your granddad was a slut.
Damn. Astra just kind of sits on the ground.
Yeah. Because I respect your grandmother a bit too much, I won't tell you how much of a shitty person your grandfather was. Well, let's say
Damn.
he took cheating to weird levels.
Well, what about my grandmother then?
One of the kindest people I've met. But she was also one of the most powerful telepaths around back in the day.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. What? I mean,
Oh no, lagging again.
Running out of time, Flavia.
bits and pieces.
It is in bits and pieces. Can you repeat that, Flavia?
Show me. She asked what happened to them
Ah.
because she only
Yeah.
knows bits and pieces from home.
That's I don't know too much about happened to them. My assumption is that again, people who have I lost contact once the war started. People either died or managed to hide away until the fighting was over, and then sort of kept it like that. Your grandparents were at the forefront of the war, though, so I don't think they managed to.
Yeah, that's what I expected. She sagged a bit. I mean, for a second there, I thought, well, some people are still alive. Why not them? But you know how it goes.
You might have a lot of half siblings. Like gonna get up. Gonna
It's the full one we're worried about.
well, he'll go to one of the like nearby cabinets and like pop it open and like starts like rummaging through it. He, like pulls out a very like old looking photo as he's gonna hand that to you, and you can tell it's like a photo from like looks from like the late 90s, as there's two young people in it. There they are. You want to have this.
Damn. Did you keep it all these years?
I said I used to get along with a lot of they're called the X-Men back in the day.
Jill.
What?
Dysfunctional. It was a very dysfunctional that's God, if you only knew Scott Summers fucking oh one of the most horrible comic book characters I've ever like had the fucking pleasure of like learning about.
The other Marvel
well,
game has been subjected to many brain blasting rants.
Astra will take the picture. Thank you. This means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry about it, kid.
Do you know anything about telepathy? Did my grandmother ever explain anything to you? I'm just trying not to blast my own brain off.
Not really, no. My fields of study didn't involve the X gene that much, I'll be honest, but well, no, she could read
Yeah,
minds,
fair
she could had powerful telekinetic abilities. Grandfather. Will sound weird, but go with it. Had interdimensional portals in his eyes that would eject mass beams of kinetic energy every time he would open his eyes.
That Sounds a bit impractical, but sure. Okay, I hope that doesn't happen to me. I hope I didn't get that, at least.
Well, you can clearly walk about without having to keep your eyes closed. So yeah.
Yeah, for now.
I guess
Hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow.
the non-comic book readers in chat.
Well, you wouldn't happen to know anyone I could ask for help with this, would you, Mr. Parker?
No, not really.
It's fine. I'll find a way. It was worth a try.
Listen, I had to adjust to my abilities on my own. In fact, I think I was the youngest at the time. What? 14? Shit started like ages.
Thank God this didn't happen when I was 14.
Yeah.
I'd be much worse if I was 14 right now.
It was a wild ride for me. Again, most mutants died out or were taken after the war. Now I'm pretty sure they're... Well, my theory is that they're actively suppressing the X gene in the population. Just weird why yours activated. Must have been some sort of external factor.
Suppressing the X gene isn't like getting rid of people who have it, or genetically?
You have to kill quite a large swath of the population. No, you merely keep it dormant. The easiest way to ensure you don't have any more mutants popping up. There was a surge in the 90s that, well, you saw how that ended up.
That makes sense, but I didn't get attacked by anyone. Like what happened to Desiree. Nothing really happened to me to change this. I don't know why it activated.
Nothing visible. Because you can see something doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Ugh,
You
I hate this.
said Desiree, you said you were injected this?
I guess some crazy lady terrorist blew up our apartment block, stabbed me in the stomach with her hand. I'll describe Alpha. Do I know the name Alpha, or was it just the other two?
I think you probably like you would. But yeah, you
The others can bring it up.
yeah, and hmm. Like her of all people?
You know her?
Yeah, although I know her by a different name. I know this from like secondhand sources. Don't put too much stock into it, but I'm pretty sure she used to be call it a weapons experiment back in the day. You see, the symbiotes, they are of alien origin, not actually made here on Earth. They're alien weapons.
I have a fucking alien in my body.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, the symbiotes are aliens.
What?
So I assume it was only a matter of time until the government or someone decided to, you know what, we should make our own version. And I think that's how we ended up with, we call her Alpha, but, well, I knew her as Rogue back in the day. I'm not exactly sure how she ended up the way she was, but I know that it's the Omega level mutants started to fight fully. She was involved. Well, not as strong as most of them. Has the ability to manipulate, well, powers to a point that well, she can absorb them. She can. I think she can also alter someone's biology. I heard she did some fucked up things. Had an entire army of symbiotes back then. So if you've interacted
Damn.
with this lady, I wouldn't be surprised in that interaction might have affected you. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but knowing her, it won't surprise me. She's never been the most direct, always sort of pushed people from behind.
If she is the reason that I have Carnage now, does that mean there are others out there?
Most likely. That for 100% certainty is that she is keeping an eye on you and she will reach out sooner or later.
Oh, great. It's
Amazing.
a bad thing, I'm assuming.
Don't think, yeah, I don't think she's gotten better in all this time.
Yes, you cut out Flavia.
No, did I tell anyone about that?
No, I
No.
didn't.
Wasn't here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Poor Zaz suffering.
So hypothetically, if we don't do this mob thing and just like crawl into a hole to die, what do you suggest for vigilantes?
Get a way to hide your identity. Some of you might have it easier. So
Yeah, luckily
Some-
my abilities come with an alternate form, so I'm pretty handy on that front.
Well, it's like looks at you, Desiree, and says, "You will be easily recognized." Luckily, symbiote is very hard to detect when it's in its dormant state.
So I hmm. Sorry, I spaced out for a second. So you're saying that I'm easily recognizable,
Well,
but
to
also it's hard to detect.
yes, you're easily recognizable to the people who know. Down here, it's kind of carnages. For those who remember, have any knowledge for the war, yes, they will immediately recognize suit. Advantage is that when it's dormant like this, there's no scan, no telepath, no sorcerer that can just pick it up. I think detecting symbiotes is quite a hard thing to do. Now you'll still be subjected to its weakness even while in dormant state. They could try and fish you out by that, but I guess if you see people clanging metal rods or like, well, let's just say it will be quite noticeable towards everyone else. So not something you can do covertly.
What are
And
the odds that Shield recognizes?
Shield definitely knows who Carnage is. Luckily for you, Shield doesn't care about city politics. As long as you don't go topside with it, doubtful they'll intervene, but there's a lot of other people here that are definitely gonna know who Carnage is. I think even people in the down below, there are still a lot of people, a lot of individuals with longer than average lifespans that might show up and approach you if they notice it.
God damn, how many old timers are still around?
Considering how many mutants there once were, probably a handful. See, the thing is, there are those that did what I did, what Logan did. There are also those that decided to carve out new pieces of existence in this new world. Those should be the ones afraid of.
I'd take a wild guess and suggest that more assholes survive than saints, right?
Yeah, pretty much. People who weren't assholes probably just gonna become ones.
Name someone who isn't an asshole that's still living.
That's a good. You'll kind of like look at Astra and say, "Suppose you could." You are Summers after all, so she might be slightly sympathetic towards your cause. Um,
Who?
there's a there's a woman leads one of the larger gangs in the down below. A lot of criminal connections. Goes by the name of the Goblin Queen. She knew your dad back in the day. You're not your dad, your grandfather back in the day.
Wait, hold on. I look at Samantha. Weren't we just told?
Yeah.
We were told the
That's
information out of character.
kind of.
No, that's in character.
Oh, was it out of character? Okay, thank God.
And he probably just changed his mind and made it a different character.
Well, are you talking about? Do you think she might help me with my powers?
Nods. She... Again, bear with me. I'm pretty sure she was a clone of your grandmother.
Okay.
At the very least, you'll share some of the same powers.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, there was
Things back then were pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, there were evil assholes even back then.
Can never get rid of them.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Sinister was an actual cockroach.
Please tell me his name wasn't actually Mr. Sinister.
No, but that's what he called himself.
If only
That's
you guys knew
worse.
what's happening
That's-
for
I feel like
69.
that's even worse. Yeah, that's even worse.
I'm pretty sure he is still around.
Damn.
You'd be surprised how many mutants, sorcerers, and other weird entities with prolonged lifespans or active, actually immortality exist.
I'm starting to grasp it slowly.
Yeah, I feel like we've met more of them in the past like half a week than I have my entire life.
Well, people like you don't come around that often. You are dealing with some heavyweights. Summers, Carnage.
Whatever you are, it looks at Samantha.
She just shrugs. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I have it the best out of the three of us.
Yeah, Mirage seems
Honestly.
nice, I guess.
I feel like my name and my family is already on a database somewhere and someone has been keeping an eye on us or something, but
Luckily for you, a lot of information was lost during the war. I think that's the reason you were able to slip through the cracks. So many countries and cities got leveled. But yeah, you should be careful with your last name.
yeah, fuck it, I don't know. Get a fake name or something.
To be honest, from the sounds of it, I think any last name would be better.
At this point, yeah,
Just
maybe
name
I
one.
could take yours. Don't you need another sister, Samantha?
You know what? You very recently put my actual sisters in enough danger recently. No.
Fair enough.
Okay, we can be cousins, like everyone always joked about, because we both have red hair.
Also, fair enough. Hell, you could be a Summers.
No, don't say that, please.
Apparently, I have a lot of half brothers and sisters somewhere. That could be you.
Nope, don't think so. I don't think we're actually related.
Aren't we? I mean, it's not the same shade, but I could never know.
Like Desiree just stares at Astra.
Parker's gonna say, I would be much worried if you were an actual blonde.
Wait, why?
That feels very, very like pointed.
Well, I think if you want to have any shred of respect for your grandfather, I don't think I'll tell you.
He sounds worse than just the horn dog if you keep going on.
Yeah, I
this.
feel like that's worse than just telling
No,
me. But
There's cheating on your significant other, and then there's fucking someone on their grave quite recently.
I'm
after their
sorry?
death.
Christ.
Damn.
That's so over the top despicable. It almost reaches around to being impressive.
Yeah, your grandfather was very. I've never been good at relationships, but that man makes me look like a saint.
You ever be honest, Astra? I don't think I like your granddad.
Well, Astra, it could always you could always be worse in the land department. You could always be worse.
Don't see. But I'm gonna, I don't know, see if this Goblin Queen can actually help me out. Thank you, Mr. Parker, as this is my Flavia cue to fuck off.
She A poses.
Take
Oh
care.
my god, was it? Is this canon?
This is from the comics. Claudia, do you think
Yes,
this?
unironically. The
You
joke
think-
here is that the bad comic timeline is the canon comic book timeline.
See, the only thing that's my input is the fact that I changed Rogue's backstory and I removed the cuckening from that one.
Everything else is canon. The bad timeline is the canon timeline.
Everything else is, yeah, I cannot make this shit up, Flavia. I'm sorry. I'm just consumed a lot, though.
Damn. I don't think Astra likes her grandfather much.
Nobody does. Only Jean Grey, because she's like, I can fix him, guys.
Oh my god.
It's fine. There's a timeline where he's a reasonable, good person. That's mostly because we listen. We don't talk about Jack in Universe 69. We don't.
I think we do.
He was replaced with a fake person who wasn't real.
Well, I think Jack is fine. I think the clone was kind of dog shit.
No one had problems. Jack is okay.
I know. He's just fine to me, Zaz. I don't know.
But yeah, no, he'll sort of like let you leave if you want.
Yeah. I have to go apparently as my internet works well, which is fuck ass shit. I hate
it's
it.
not
But,
working that great, but yeah.
Oh,
Listen, I understood the last part.
I understood the fuck shit ass part.
Yeah,
I agree.
the Astra fucking moonwalking, no clippings.
see you on Saturday. Bye bye.
Max, she already left the scene.
The camera pans to the fucking black helicopter silently flying overhead.
Silent
Worse.
helicopter.
It's way worse, Mac, though.
Nick Fury arising from his Odin sleep.
And for those that know why he did what he did, it's gonna be worse. It's only gonna get worse.
I'm not legally obligated to help Flavia.
But yeah.
Is Astra a fucking clone?
No, she wishes she'd be. Just trust me, what happened to the real Jean Grey was way worse. But yeah. So yeah, shall take her leave. Rather fucked up family past. Says, listen, I'm old. I don't think I have much fighting in me, but you kids actually want to make a fucking difference? I can help you out. I may not look it, but I am pretty smart. I can come up with a couple of things that you might find useful.
I mean, yeah. Don't turn down the help.
Yeah, definitely not. Can use all the help I can get.
Well, come back in a couple of days. I'll set up a small area to help you people gain a better understanding of your powers, and I'll be able to craft some masks that at the very least should keep you hidden from more basic scans and surveys and cameras.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Samantha will nod. Thank you.
Catch all of you later. She's gonna finish the bottle and like gonna start rummaging for a third one.
All right. Have a good night, Mr. Parker.
Listen.
Awkwardly leave him his drinking.
But no, you see, Jill, you say that, but like nobody has been hurt more than Spider-Man. Proud.
Canon Spider-Man.
Say he doesn't have a reason. I did not say that.
Then again, listen, Canon Spider-Man also shouldn't throw stones at Scott Summers. Mr. sold his daughter's soul to Mephisto.
So that doesn't exist. That's listen. Luckily, if it's like if I don't know about it, then it's not canon.
You don't know about One More Day?
No, I only heard like what Tick told me, so I don't actually like know.
Tick was telling you the object. Tick was unironically for one telling you the actual unbiased truth. It's dog ass.
I know. I'm trying to like wipe it from my memory.
Like Spider-Man is still not recovered.
No, see the Scott Summer things. No, I know those because I've like actually like read about it. So
just wait till we have to interact with fucking Peter Parker in 69 and you actually have to do research. Just you wait.
True. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's true. But yeah. As you'll
Peter
both...
Parker's greatest enemy isn't Venom. It's not the Green Goblin, it's fucking editorial.
The writer's room. Yeah, so you'll take your leave. Sure, if there's anywhere you want to go or anything you want to do right now, and you'll be going back home.
I will talk to Samantha. Just how worried should we be about Astra's little slip up with her sister, considering it sent a fucking bounty hunter after us?
Until we get the masks from Peter, we're not doing shit. That's how worried we should be.
Okay, I'm not saying we do anything right now, but like, do we need to? No.
Okay. So far, listen.
Protect our families.
I'm not sure what we can do. Like, right now, I'm imagining. Right now, Ash's sister probably told a person she thought was a professional. Sadly, she told a professional, and professionals care about money. I'm pretty sure once we impress on Astra's sister that she almost got all of us fucking killed, she'll keep it a little more fucking tight. I'm gonna be honest, if Astra's sister doesn't agree to keep it on a tight lid, I'm not sure what other option we have but to either completely give up or fucking kill her.
Great. Yep. No, that's about what I expected. I mean,
Well, gonna be honest, we're gonna have to work to keep Astra safe, regardless, because Astra's sister, I'm gonna tell you right now, doesn't give. I'm gonna tell you right now, Astra's sister only cares about us in the way that we are extensions of her sister. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't. Astra's sister, if what her fucking day job is any fucking indication, doesn't give a shit about anyone else. If she can keep her, if the difference between her sister living or dying is us and our families dying, we should probably assume she's gonna choose her fucking sister. So, I'm gonna be honest. What we do about that's gonna hinge on the conversation we have with her, and I don't think we should have that conversation without Astra.
no, definitely not. I don't want to fucking talk to her, so. But yeah, I do think that needs to happen.
That is something to keep in mind. We do another slip up, our families are fucked.
You mean if I do another slip up?
If anyone here does another slip up, because it seems increasingly like there's going to be a lot of people who know we're all involved.
What are the odds that? I mean, we know that people already know.
Yeah, we know, but right now they don't give a shit because we didn't hurt them yet. Which means we're gonna have to also be pretty fucking careful about who we target in the future. We target, like, I imagine if we do anything to hurt anything Enigma that fucking Enigma bitch cares about, we're done. It's over. Because she knows who we are. I can imagine if we do anything to hurt the people Rachel is associated with, well, everyone except for Astra is done. Me and you are going to be done after that. So we're going to have to be pretty fucking careful about the fights we pick.
You're a journalist. Are you able to figure out who they're all connected to?
I'm fucking going to plan on it. I'm going to plan to actually do some due diligence for once in my fucking life. Luckily, I know a guy who's also a lot better at being a journalist than I am.
Outsourcing. He doesn't know about.
No, Arthur doesn't know about us, but I'm going to be honest, it sounds like the shit he's getting into is just as bad if people find out he's doing it. So, honestly, me being involved with his shit and him being involved with my shit doesn't actually up the danger that much.
Cool. Okay. Are we gonna need to pull his ass out of a fire at some point?
Oh, well, the people he's working with his end seem competent enough. I stare at the camera.
That's good.
His life is in the hand of tomorrow. His life is in the hands of tomorrow. I stare at the camera.
Listen, she saved him twice now. I don't know. Good track record.
Yeah, which all it takes is one day where she feels a little funky.
You never know.
She wants to spice it up a little bit.
It's winning too hard. It's like, no, what? I'm done winning.
Well, luckily, Mac is right. She seems to be unable to fail because she will just make a bad decision, but then just roll like God anyways. Bad rolls don't always save a bad plan, but God-like rolls he does become hard to lose.
What
In the
I'm
dice.
hearing is the more morally corrupt you are, the better you roll.
Yes, I roll pretty well, but as I became more morally good out of character, I started rolling worse. Yes.
Good to know.
But yeah, I don't know if Desiree wants to actually do anything besides having that talkative, because, like, yeah, I think Samantha's just going to go back topside.
Yeah.
She's not sure how much she wants to engage down here with the threat of the fact that people know about. She doesn't know how many people know about her, and by extension, her family.
Yeah, lay low, probably. Because Carnage should be good for a while, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just based off of what happened when I woke up. Yeah, okay.
God, how edgy.
Maximum. I don't know. That's usually the answer people give, right?
Well, I mean, you said it, not me. I'll take it into consideration now.
The knob only goes up to 10. You should, like, etch in 11 and 12 and then put up that.
Well, yeah, no, you can. You can sort of go back into your apartment building.
Since I'm not worried about Carnage eating them, I might actually spend time with my family.
Yeah, because you arrive
Instead
pretty
of avoiding.
late anyways. It's pretty late by the time you get home. Like, I think most of them are sleeping.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you can just clock in a couple of hours of sleep as a new day dawns upon you. I assume you would just kind of basically attend school.
Yes.
Yeah. Business as usual.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's anything you want to do at school or in between classes.
I mean, yeah, she'd ask Arthur if she'd ask Arthur if he had any luck in his the investigation he was talking about.
Actually heading over today. Plan on infiltrating Oscorp.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, they started opening like this construction site on the outside, so makes it much easier to slip in. Probably head over after class. See if figure out what happened, the incident. Also, by the way, that Logan fellow had the not
Yeah.
he that James fellow, because my brain misfired. That James fellow you told me about. He had some good pointers. I think I'll be working with him a bit closer from now on. Thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem. I met up with him again, and yeah, he's about as pessimistic as a guy who lived as long as he is, but I think he means well at the end of the day.
It's like 60. That old?
How many 60-year-olds do you know have had a good life? That aren't
Fair.
super fucking rich?
Fair point.
But yeah, good luck with the Oscorp building. Don't get caught. I'll assume if I never see you again, you got caught.
Listen. If I get caught, I'll just like make some random bullshit. It's fine. What are the chances?
I stare at the camera.
Yeah. After like school is over. Now, weirdly enough, Astra hasn't shown up to classes.
Well, so I'll meet up with Desiree, as I'll bring up. Well, Astra's not here, and given the track record, that means something terrible's happened to her.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. She wasn't in class that we share. And I was
Try
gonna
calling
ask
her,
for notes
see if she
too.
answers. If she doesn't
Yeah.
answer, something terrible has happened to her.
Alright, I'll just call.
As the call, well, the call goes through as she picks up. Like, hey,
Hey, you missed school today. It's not like you. Everything okay?
yeah, I just kind of felt a bit ill today and decided to rest for a bit, especially after yesterday.
Yeah.
Cool. We just, as Samantha will say, cool, we just wanted to check in because literally every single time somebody has not shown up to school, it means something terrible has happened.
Yeah,
And like we had to go down to look for them.
fair point. Listen, if you want to meet up a bit later, hang out.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You're
sure.
feeling up to it?
The problem is, Mac, because this is Grunt talking, he has not improved his technique. I can immediately clock this is not Astra. He is too socially competent. Astra would have hem and hawed and said some dumbass shit that made me more concerned. This is not Astra.
Normal. So it's a normal excuse. No. But yeah, I mean,
I know. That's why it's not Astra. Astra said something much more concerning.
which gonna say, are you gonna meet back up with her at your building floor?
There's no reason not to.
Yeah. Listen,
Despite the fact that this is clearly not her. I can tell.
as
Desiree's convinced this is Astrid.
listen, you head over as you meet up with her. Kind of go to your usual hangout spots or near the trash disposal area.
Hmm.
Like, so did I miss anything at school today?
No, nothing really
Not
happened.
really. I can give
How-
you the notes from class, but other than that, nah, nothing really happened.
So, what are you gonna do about this whole situation?
Vigilante stuff? Well, we're going to wait until we can actually figure out who we're supposed to fight, who we can fight without getting immediately fucking killed, and our families killed. That's the whole talk I had with Desiree, because there's a handful of people who know who we are, and if we fuck with them, we're dead. Our families are probably fucking dead too.
Yeah, so the plan just, for now, lay low until find a way to hide our identity a little bit.
Listen, I feel like I fucked up. I feel like I should still apologize to both of you.
Your sister is one of the people we gotta talk to because she needs to understand that if this leaks out, it's not going to end the way she thinks it is. It's going to end with us just dying, including you.
Well, could go and talk to her boss. See if there's any room to negotiate.
You know her
That's not
boss?
the worst idea. Yeah, wait, yeah, do you know her boss?
Yeah, she mentioned apparently apparently Rachel works for a old funny guess, the Goblin Queen.
Oh yeah, how'd that go? Did you learn anything?
Doctor?
Yeah, she well, she did after like the initial awkwardness. At the very least, he said my grandfather's mistakes are not mine to atone for. So
Yeah, I hope not. For what we've heard, that's a lot.
yeah, I don't think you've even heard like the worst of it.
Wait a minute, is the fucking on the grave not the worst of it?
No, I don't want to hear the rest of it. If that's
Yeah, apparently my grandfather and the well dated Goblin Queen, the clone of my grandmother, not realized who she was for a
So
while.
that's like, I was about to ask. He didn't know, did he? But okay.
No, but even after it was all revealed, they still kept in contact. It was apparently my grandmother also had a bit of a
Was he
jealousy
fucking them
problem.
both at the same time?
I I didn't ask, but again, my grandmother had a was quite jealous woman. Although, in hindsight, maybe it makes sense considering what he would do to her on the regular.
yeah, maybe justified.
I'm gonna be honest, the more I hear about this man, the more I'm surprised he lived so long. I feel like if you do this to enough people with superpowers, they just kill you.
Yeah, you would think that. Um, but no, I think like the only one who was like a long term affair was the one in the grave.
Oh god.
That I'm not sure how much more I want to know. I'm gonna be honest.
I
I don't. This So, I'm gonna imagine a ground rule. We don't mention any of this to her, right? We don't bring this up in casual conversation.
no, no, no. We're there to strictly talk about her keeping like our identities sort of secret, and we resolve any lingering issues so that we can at least not have to look over our shoulder all day long.
She's gonna ask a favor, isn't she?
Well, at least we can hear her out, right?
Listen, I'm willing to let her goons go, but like if she asks me to do work for her, that's just gonna be a no.
Yeah. Maybe we can negotiate something.
We lose nothing by talking to her, assuming we do the smart thing and just be polite and don't tell her to fuck off if we disagree.
Noted. I'll be quiet.
Well, then let's head over.
Lead the way. See if we get. Let's see if we can get held hostage again. Changed it.
As we need a punch card at this point. Like, what do we get when we get 5 hostages in a row?
The kidnapping game.
The shadow game.
As yeah, you'll start heading over to down below. I'm gonna need both of you to give me a vigilance roll.
There you go. I think I can re-roll that too. Still 13.
Double check someone. I think that 15 probably I wanna. Yeah, no, Desiree, you notice someone following you. It's very like as like you reach the down below areas and you like start making your way through the narrow alleyways and slums. You're pretty sure there is someone sort of following you very discreetly,
Mm-hmm.
but you've seen the same guy like twice now.
Okay, so as we're walking, I'll keep facing forward, just talk to Samantha and Astra. Oh, for fuck's sake, another one.
What happened?
And amazing. Look.
I don't know. Might be being followed by this guy behind us.
How do you want to handle this?
I don't know. It
Just
turned
like
out
that?
great last time.
Yeah, we lived last time.
Well, same thing again.
Same thing again.
Okay.
So, what's your actual plan?
Lead
To
to
like turn a corner and then just wait for him to turn as well, and like to go like and just like say, "Yo, hey."
Yeah, you can do that as he doesn't like you don't see him like if you like sort of go around the corner and sort of wait for him to come around. He doesn't actually come around.
Alright, on the meat shield, I poke my head around.
You poke your head around. He is sort of like leaning against one of the walls, smoking a cigarette. Sort of not even looking in your direction. If
Hey, you mind if I borrow one?
he like as you approach him, he looks at you and says, yeah, sure, why the fuck not? Um, yeah, you see this older man, ah, late 30s. He like hands you a cigarette.
Alright, cool. I'll light it. As I'm lighting it, I'll say, like, okay, so, why you followed us?
Well, technically, I'm trying to save your life, but who the fuck's counting?
You're gonna have to be more specific, unfortunately.
Brenda is not who she says she is. Now, if you want to
Also gonna have to be more specific.
value your life, then do what I say right now because she's probably actively scanning your mind right now as we speak.
What? You
Go
turn
for it.
around to Samantha and Astra.
Yeah, I mean, they're both. I assume they're both kind of like looking at you from around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jack,
and
listen, the man will say, "Go back to your friends, take Samantha, and just drag her off to the side."
okay, and I should just randomly trust your input.
I suppose not. Up to you, really. There's nothing really I can do right now to prove that I'm correct in the span of 10 seconds while also blocking her from reading your mind properly.
Okay. Well then. Things just keep getting better and better. I will turn around and go back to Samantha and Astra. Weird guy.
Yeah, you okay?
Threatening weird or just weird?
Both. Samantha, could I talk to you for a second? Just pull her to the side.
Okay.
He said that's not Astra.
As you pull her to the side, there's the thick fog that like immediately like rolls in. And the span of a few seconds, if like the entire alleyway is completely shrouded in it, as like you can barely see each other, and you're like next to one another.
The fuck?
As you just like hear the cracking roar of a lightning bolt as the explosion nearby fucking sends you both to the ground. As yeah, if you want, you can give me like give me a vigilance roll, like orient yourselves in this fucking thick fog.
Oh.
Well, Samantha, you can there we go. You can sort of you can like grab Desiree as you like kind of get up and you're trying to like move away, or like what do you actually want to do?
I want to like get the Desiree out of the fog because the problem is like I just cannot identify where Astra is going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm just pulling Desiree out.
Yeah, so you're like trying to like move away from what seems to be like center of the mess. And as you like walk, you're like this should be the wall of a house as your hand sort of kind of goes through. I'm not really sure, but it seems like you found like a side alley. As I presumably you'll sort of make your way through, as it seems like the mist is
Kind of
less
weird,
dense.
but kind of weird, but pressing through.
As you walk in and suddenly you find yourselves in this like weird room. It looks quite almost like antiquated. Most modern day houses have like a lot of gadgets and a lot of digital displays. You're in a room which looks like it's from a fucking museum. As you hear like footsteps. As Desiree, you see the same man as he's lighting up another cigarette. Glad you took my advice.
Yeah, what the fuck just happened?
Who are you?
Call me Jack.
Hey, Jack. So what the fuck was Desiree telling me about that not being Astra?
Yeah, how the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna put a name out there. I'm gonna say the name Mr. Sinister mean anything to you guys?
It's still bad hearing it a second time.
Never gets better, trust me.
Yeah, that name was recently brought up to us recently as like an asshole who's still around from the fucking past.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he kidnapped your friend. That was the thing that was walking next to you was a clone.
She did seem oddly socially competent.
Oh, hey, she could be
Desiree,
fine.
in the eyes, has Astra ever been that coherent?
On a good day, you know.
It's never a good day.
Sometimes. Okay, yeah, well. Okay, so why does this... I cannot call him Mr. Sinister. Why is this guy have
Okay, more importantly than the why, how do we get her back? I don't really give a shit what his evil scheme is. I just, how do we, like, get her back?
I don't know yet. Figured something out. Which is kind of like, you can see like he has like this long flowing red cape, that almost like slightly billows a bit as he like walks. He's just gonna like
Wow.
sit down.
It's a bit old school.
Yeah, this place used to belong to my mentor.
Um, yeah, it looks nice, I guess.
I
It's fucking better than most places.
suppose. Uh, how the fuck have a bunch of... Who are you people?
Okay, so I don't think who we are really matters that much. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I've been told to keep this name secret, but apparently the situation's fucked anyways. Does the last name Summers mean anything to you?
Yeah?
Because the person who got kidnapped, yeah, that's Astra Summers.
Holy shit. Another descendant of Scots?
Yeah, we've been told a lot. Yeah, we've been told a lot about him.
Uh,
Too much.
yeah, no, the guy was a piece of shit. Huh. I guess that makes sense then, why she was kidnapped. Huh. Man, this guy never fucking let up. Sort of sigh, exasperated. See, you think after like almost a century he would like give the fuck up, but no. Uh,
I typically find bitter old men typically do everything except for give up.
Yeah.
listen.
Or give up too quickly. The other
This is
case.
gonna sound very fucked up, but I'm gonna need you not to panic. Can you do that, or do I need to like not tell you shit?
Well, we've seen some fucked up stuff. Why not?
Okay. This guy Sinister kidnapped her because he wants to create like this super mutant, and he's tried to do this once before. He kind of got fucked by everyone. So,
Oh my god, does this involve the fucking clone thing?
the clone thing is a distraction. He did do this once. He tried to harvest Scott's genes.
Ew.
It worked. No, it actually worked, but um, most clones don't break free. This one did, but I think he may be at it again. God fucking Daniel.
Nathaniel. Now that's a name I can say rather than Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. Is me and him go way back.
Okay, as enlightening as it would be to hear another fucking brain blasting story about how somebody from the past was an absolutely reprehensible person. In the short term, besides waiting around, is there anything we can do?
Yes. And not get yourselves into. I could use you as bait technically. I'm not sure if like he's interested in any of it. Problem is he might just send his fucking goons. Are you also like mutants? Am I like talking to like...
No, Desiree has like a fucking symbiote, and I have like some sort of spirit of vengeance or some shit.
As yeah, listen, Samantha, in your head Mirage is Samantha, I'm gonna say this quite nicely. Be careful with this man.
How careful we talk about, like, get out of here as quickly as possible, or just engage on a green?
Not piss him off, I guess. There's well, he fits a certain description. he might be extremely powerful. And I have almost no data on him, which concerns me.
Wasn't planning on pissing him off, but I'll be careful.
Says, oh, does she often like talk in your head a lot mid conversation?
Yeah. But usually I'm better at hiding it.
Ah, listen, takes one to know one. Well, listen, you kids, I think I'll figure out something. We need to figure out what the fuck you took her. Gonna help. Might be able to assist with the actual rescue. Do you have anyone else I need to be concerned about? How? Wait, she's a Summers. Does she have like siblings? Are we like talking about? Because
No.
Yeah, Rachel Summers.
fuck. Okay, more of them. Um. Okay. Do this. We can do this. Whew. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna drop you kids somewhere. Like, give me an address or some shit, and I'll reach you later. Try to keep yourselves out of trouble if possible.
Gonna look at Desiree and gonna just say, "Gonna be honest, I don't really want to speak with the person we were gonna meet without Astra, so
Home.
just the train station then."
Yeah, that works.
Did you see like the man sort of twist his hand as the glowing circle starts expanding as you can see a portal opening in front of you?
Okay, this shit's just weird.
Is it any weirder than the rest of the shit?
No, but like it's another new weird thing.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm already becoming kind of numb.
You only knew half the shit.
Yeah, everyone
Well,
keeps saying that.
Thanks for the help, Jack. Samantha, by the way.
I'll shake your hand.
Oh shit, yeah, we didn't. Hi, I'm Desiree.
Listen, Samantha, if you ever need help with the spirit in your head, I know sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming.
Ask you for advice if I need it. She's been pretty accommodating so far.
He like looks a bit surprised. Like, not sure if I should be more concerned at that or like relieved. They usually want something when they make a pact with you.
She'll shrug and say, "Sounded bad day. Sounded like we were both angry people, angry at the world.
Ah,
I
revolutionaries.
don't really plan to burn the world down, but, well, see what happens."
Hey, listen, is that like... Just wait a minute. Are you actually like one of those people?
I'm gonna be honest. With you. Up until I think it was 2 nights ago now, I did just sort of want to burn the entire world down. I didn't really fucking give a shit. But I met another person, had another, I guess, spirit in them, and he showed me some shit I really didn't like. So, trying to recontextualize the worldview, I guess.
Well, if you need help with any of that, I don't have an actual phone. But I know someone that has a similar idea like you do. Feel free to reach out to them. he's gonna like give you like a small, almost like pebble.
Mm.
You
Do I
wanna
just
just like crack it, and
Can I get an idea of who I'm gonna contact with this? Like, is it like a ghost? A
no, no,
person?
no, no. It's definitely a living person, but unlike me, I don't deal with localized problems. I have to. I'm not gonna get into it. She helps people fight the good fight. Let's say.
No. Thanks. Sounds like I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk with fucking Peter. It sounds like I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Yeah, as long as they're not a sad old man, I think that's an improvement.
No, quite the opposite. Talk to Peter. Peter's still kicking around.
Yeah, he runs like a mechanic shop.
Kind of like smiles at that. Good to see some of the old folks still hanging.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put on the front like he doesn't give a shit, but the fact that he was willing to help us out, I don't think Mask is on as well as he likes it, as well as he likes it to be.
Don't let that. Yeah, absolutely. I've never met a more sentimental person. No, listen, he went through a lot. Lost a lot of loved ones once the Third World War happened.
He vaguely mentioned that.
Yeah. Gonna be honest, I'm trying to learn not to hold it against all of them. Gonna be honest, sounds like it was rough for all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, like I said, reach out to this person. She's not an old man, and well, I don't think she's cynical, but I wouldn't like call her. Suppose you know what? I'll let you form your own opinions. Just know that she might be able to assist you with problems if you want to fight the current. Well, let's call it world order.
Yeah. Probably reach out to her later.
I'll get in contact with you once I figure out how to get your friend back.
Thanks.
Yeah. Samantha will give a nod and she'll say, thanks again. Talk to you later. And she'll step through the portal.
You'll be dropped off at the train station.
So we're fighting the world order now?
I'm gonna be honest, like, best case scenario, we overthrow the corporations in the city. Do you think they're just gonna, like, fucking go home? Like, just give up?
No.
I'll be honest, the whole thing seems to be we either bring down the system in every city or we lose.
I didn't say I was against it.
Good. I just want to make sure we all want to make sure we understand what the actual like end goal is.
Not bad to look forward towards that. I'll focus on the immediate issue of not eating everybody that I see. But if I can help along the way, just let me know. Place is shit.
She'll just say, listen, good thing about the bad guys winning, it means there's a whole world of assholes that we can, like, basically fucking kill and not feel any guilt about it. Now, after that, we'll have to work something out. But that's a future problem. That's a future problem. That's a idealistic problem to consider solving.
Cross the bridge when we get to it, then.
I can't believe Gunn is actually saying that in the bad timeline, all the other 69 characters can't be alive, can't live.
Well, yeah, because I don't include PCs crossing timelines. But Jack's not a PC.
Gun
He's an
might, no,
NPC.
as Gunn said, some people might think this is mean-spirited.
I'm sorry. I make no apologies. But yeah.
We'll tell you later, Jill. If once you know, once you know.
Presumably you'll get home unless you want to reach out to whoever the fuck.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like Samantha's gonna look and say, "So I'm gonna find a spot where I can talk to this person. You want to be there, or should we to handle this?"
I mean, I could be there. I don't know if you do. We don't know how this is gonna work, right? There's weird magic shit. Are you gonna be like?
You know, you're absolutely right. Let's have you
Out of
be there just in
commission.
case, I don't know, fucking get ejected from my body or something.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just be nearby.
So she'll try to find a secluded area where there's not any cameras, like an alleyway or something.
Yeah, you can find a little alleyway. As yeah, you crack the pebble as it's sort of there's a bright light that engulfs both of you. As you sort of feel almost as if you're like floating. As you can look, your bodies are sort of slightly transparent now. And you are certainly no longer in neon. As you look around and there's still a large you are on a this terrace overlooking another large mega city of clearly a different architectural style, but it's still massive in scope as you look around. How familiar would you be with world fucking geography? Or I'm saying political geography mostly.
Political geography, I'm gonna be honest, Samantha has no reason to believe she'd ever leave New York.
Yeah.
So not very.
Yeah, because most people don't tend to leave the mega cities that often. It's not the most common thing. Because they're so large that usually people get born and die in the same single one.
Yeah, I don't think Desiree would know either.
So yeah, just kind of sit there and suddenly hear a woman's voice as you glance around, and you see a woman walking towards the two of you. It says, "Well, this is surprising." As she is definitely dressed weird, as you can see, she is encased in a metal suit of armor. Long flowing green robes.
Hey, I'm Samantha. This is Desiree. Jack gave us a weird pebble to reach out to you.
How is he?
Doing pretty well. He just saved us from a friend who was replaced with a clone.
Is it no? Is it Mr. Sinister again?
It's Mr. Sinister, yeah.
Forever cat and mouse game. Well, that's a him problem. I told him long ago that should stop bothering with him, but Jack's not someone who lets go of things easily. More important.
I like to think it's because our friend was kidnapped, but I mean, honestly, a guy named Mr. Sinister sounds like he'd make enemies.
Oh no, who could have predicted that?
More importantly, I'm curious why you two reached out to me.
I'll be honest. I can't speak for Desiree here, but well, she seems to be on board with what I was saying. I want to try to make the world a better place, and gonna be honest, outside of beating up random goons, I don't really know where to start with that. Like, there's no path. This whole system's kind of massive.
It is. Judging by your clothing, American.
Yep.
New York City.
Ah. Well, a beautiful, beautiful place it once used to be. Now, a monument to decadence. Tragic.
I don't think we see much of the decadence part, but yeah.
Well, suppose that's true. You are at the bottom masses. Those on which corpses skyscrapers have been built.
Samantha's actually gonna like shake her hands, and she's gonna say, "We don't have it great, but we're not in the Undercity either. Like, let's not lie, Desiree. There's a lot of people who looks like they have it worse than we do."
Oh, absolutely.
Well, speaking of, well, I think I can help you with that. It sounds like be a fun little amusement distraction for me. To be young and, well, I don't get to see that part of the world nowadays too much.
Where are we, if you don't mind me asking?
Different continent, far out east. Or you're in the country of Latveria. And I'll say, like, your general. You can both give me a logic roll. Let's see your
Just the stare of two kids who grew up in the American education system, like, oh,
I grew up in the American education system after it became worse.
listen, 13 and 12. You're smart. You would have heard that Latveria is one of the. Listen, one. I want to make a joke. But Latveria is one of the countries that after that positioned itself against the United States and its allies in the Third World War, and even now is mostly on like hostile terms. They're not like friendly to one another. This is a hostile nation. You've also heard that this is basically this is a dictatorship ruled by a single individual that, well, an individual by the name of Doctor Doom, and a megomaniacal dictator who speaks in the third person about himself. And
Samantha's actually. Sorry, real quick. Samantha's actually gonna cut it. Say real quick. Gotta be honest. Is the Doctor Doom thing real? I always assumed that was propaganda, but apparently there's a guy who literally calls himself Mr. Sinister.
well, he was my father.
holy shit.
Oh, was. Sorry to hear that.
As like nods and says, "Oh, quite all right." Was a while ago, but yes, my name is Valeria. See, Zaz, I'm not just I'm pissing on the entire like Marvel fucking universe and lore.
Listen, I'm not Tick. I don't give a shit.
I'm in fact listen. If listen, I am maybe Garth Ennis. This is less Zack Snyder and much more Garth Ennis right now.
Well, like I said, Samantha, nice to meet you.
And I'm Desiree when I'm not spacing out.
It's a pleasure to meet you two. And well, you know, I think I can provide a bit of assistance. Currently, I am my influence there is quite limited, but advice, maybe a bit of tech I can smuggle through.
I mean, advice wouldn't be bad. Like I said, system so large, we could start anywhere, but system so large, I don't actually know what would really hurt them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. The biggest reason why Neon is such a powerhouse is because, well, three main pillars. You have the infrastructure, you have the research and development on the organic side, and then you have the R&D on the cybernetics side. And there's a secret fourth pillar, but that's more of a global problem. That's something that I think you are ready to handle right now. These three major pillars that your great city is founded upon. Three major mega corporations. Fisk Industries, Stark Industries, and Oscorp.
All right.
Each group providing its own to the city and the chains that shackle all of you.
Right. Samantha will nod. I mean, I already know people who are digging into Oscorp's dirty business. Apparently, digging into their new Sentinel program. Don't know if I mean, we can help them or we can focus on one of the other two.
I will leave that decision up to you. But you see, I think weapons, military programs, sentinels, weird research visions at Oscorp, those are clearly things that the more you learn about them, the worse it will get. And you'll understand how messed up things are. But there's a much more common evil. Something that affects everyone much more directly. While it would be in my direct interest to have you sabotage the Sentinel program, I'm gonna tell you to hold off on that. Do some digging into the development of the infrastructure of your city. Fisk Industries has a lot more enemies than the other two in your own city. People who are willing to work with you, who are willing to fight if given proper motivation. And their firepower is less severe than the other two. So even if you piss them off, at worst they'll send some mercenaries after you. Some assassins, I'm sure you'll be able to handle those, hopefully.
Yeah, Samantha will nod. I think I get it. Go after the weakest guy with the most enemies, make allies, and by the time we're finished up with that, we should know who we can trust. At least as far as we can trust them.
Good. I'm gonna have one of my agents in the city reach out to you. Provide you a small lead for you to follow. So that you can get acquainted with this saboteur work.
Yeah, Samantha will just nod. Got it. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, thanks. This is it's actually been really helpful.
I can imagine it's a lonely existence out there for people like you.
It's a new existence. I've been told it's gonna get really lonely.
Maybe we can do something about that. Maybe you can do something about it. Neon has a lot of remnants from the old world. Remnants that, I'll be honest, are like fuel. Might just be the spark needed to ignite it.
She's actually gonna smile at that as she'll say, "That's gonna be honest. I was gonna try that anyways. It's people have so far been given a lot of information that basically says, if I do this, I'm gonna die. But I'm gonna be honest, finding a hold of dying doesn't really sound better, which was the advice most other people were giving me.
Fortunately, a lot of the people that give that advice are people who are scarred by a lot of tragedy. Take what they say with a healthy amount of skepticism. Learn what you can from them and disregard the rest.
Yeah. I think a few of them can be convinced to, well, if they're not going to fight at the very least, they're willing to help. Honestly, that sounds. I'll take what I can get. At least I don't feel like I'm drowning anymore.
Good to hear. Keep the pebble. Your city has some of the highest technology, some of the most advanced technology around the world, but Stark was never good about magic.
Yeah, I guess if I find anything that's weird and I can't find any information about it, I'll give you a call. Call sounds weird considering it's a pebble, but it's the best synonym I have.
The pebble helps you astral project across the world.
Of course it does.
Ah shit, was I right? Ah shit, looks like I was right. I did I actually just get pushed out of my body?
Yes, I believe your bodies are somewhere now unconscious.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. That's a great place to
Good
be.
thing. Good thing we were in the outlaw. Hey, listen. At the very least, listen. We were somewhere hidden before we did this. Listen, and if it's really bad, we'll just I don't know, kick their asses when we get back.
Oh, I should have been 2 more feet to the right.
I believe it has a small radius to it. Everyone gets caught in it. You're subjected to this.
in that case, it's wonderful as a conversation as this has been, we should probably get back sooner rather than later.
Good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you later.
As you almost feel like you are falling again, as you suddenly awaken your bodies as you were on the ground. You'll have the pebble in your hand, slightly cracked. You can imagine if you keep doing this, there's a limited amount of uses on this thing.
Okay. Note to self: only contact when it's important. Don't do social calls with this.
Yeah. I didn't like that feeling. That was weird. I think I understand Peter's not wanting to deal with magic shit.
I wonder. As she'll just like think, and she'll actually just say, because like they're kind of hidden. She'll kind of say, Mirage, how weird was that for you? Did you come with me, or were you just like stuck here?
Well, I am technically bound to your soul, so I did come with you. Although I was slightly concerned we might not have found Desiree once we came back. Because you know what isn't stuck to her soul? That symbiote.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention while we were there. Glad he stuck around.
He's still sleeping, I guess.
No, in fact, there is an overwhelming, like, as you like sort of become aware of your body again, Desiree, you realize your adrenaline's like fucking spiked up. Your body was in flight or fight mode.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, next time you do that, I think you need to go alone.
Yeah. Okay, alright.
It learned, it knew it doesn't want you to like leave and like go kill people, so it didn't do that.
Thank you, Carnage.
He's learning.
Okay, I'm glad this didn't turn out badly.
Yeah, like I said it there. I'll say it again. I feel like I'm not fucking drowning anymore. I mean, I feel like my head's above water now. There's still risk of it going back under, but okay. We have allies. We have backing. We have a lead. Not sure how much of the eggs you want to put in the Latveria basket. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Not sure how much what we were told is propaganda, but right now we're kind of short on outlets.
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't want to really mention this because I'm not the most nationalistic person, but I don't think getting arrested for treason is at the front of our list. So
I'm gonna be honest, based on what fucking James and Peter were saying, I think getting arrested for treason is the best thing that could happen to us. I think.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't think. I think that's the least of our problems. So,
Well, Peter said it would take a few days for the masks to be ready. We need to wait for the Latvian contact to get with us. And also we need to wait for fucking Jack to get back to us about the Ashka thing. And be honest, I think getting into more trouble right now doesn't sound like the best idea.
Cool, so no trips down here.
As much as sitting around doing fuck all doesn't sound like that great either. Right now, it sounds like we're in the fucking middle of the shit right now. The shit found us, I should say.
It tends to, doesn't it?
Yeah, but listen, once we get Ashton back, that's gonna change. I mean, the shit's still gonna find us, but we're finally gonna have the tools, we're gonna have the methods, we're gonna have the allies to actually start fucking pushing back.
Yeah, against Fisk.
Yeah, Fisk Industries. Like, listen, what she said was true, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she was lying. They've got the most enemies, and they're the weakest, so honestly, we go after them. I'll keep in contact with Arthur and the guys going after Oscorp. And listen, you just need to find a fucking group that's going after the fucking third guy. Just need to find the guy going after Stark.
I'm sure there's plenty to choose from.
Listen, if it was founded by a guy from way back when, apparently they were all fucking huge assholes. Even if apparently
Yeah,
he was
also
the nicest, apparently he was the nicest one.
Yeah, apparently he wouldn't agree with what Stark has become these days.
Yeah, so fucking that company probably has enemies. They all probably have enemies. I'm gonna be honest. We work on Fisk. I keep in contact with Arthur and the guys on Oscorp, and if we can find people who are going after Stark, we make contact with them. If not, maybe they're the guys that are saved for last.
Yeah, you're right. It does feel like I'm not suddenly lost. Or it suddenly feels like I'm not lost.
Suddenly it feels like there's a whole lot more people than just the fucking three of us that are fighting.
Yeah.
We're not all connected, and honestly, it's probably better that we're not all connected. That way, if one of us goes down, it doesn't sink everyone else. But I don't know. I read in a book once, apparently that's how you organize a resistance into cells, so one group falling apart doesn't fuck the rest of them.
You've done your research.
I'm a very angry person. Fantasizing about revolution is, I'm gonna be honest, more about fantasizing about the killing part of the revolution is something unhealthy, maladapted minds do a lot.
Noted. So, lay low for now till we hear back from either Jack or Peter. I will avoid picking fights at the university because I don't want my friend to come out to play.
Yeah, you be very careful with that. Like, okay. I think you're going to need to specifically also tell him what's an appropriate amount of force to push out. If somebody just throws a punch at you, for example, make sure he understands that you can handle that and he doesn't need to come out. Now, if someone pulls a gun on you, yeah, then he should come out. Like, teach him appropriate use of force. If you can, I can help you with that.
I'll try. I might need some help, but I'll see what I can do.
Good. Like I said, once we get Asher back, we can actually work on all this once we get Asher back. Because I'm gonna be honest, as naive and sometimes socially awkward as she is, somebody that can read minds sounds like a really fucking useful person to do when you're doing corporate espionage.
Yeah, honestly. As long as we can get her to not blab everything.
Listen. I think when I mentioned my sisters, I think she actually got it.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. I'm just worried about what she doesn't intend to. Anyway. Yeah.
Listen, don't worry. There'll be mandatory classes, after school classes. I expect both of you to attend.
Oh, okay,
I'm the
cool. Study group, got it. Yeah, okay, we probably need that.
Right. Let's get home.
That part home will be ending